Things are not changing for the better in Egypt. Actually, the last time that I had Jaclyn and Whitney on, we talked about these 7 Egyptian men that were arrested after what was a gay wedding. Actually, it's obviously not legal there, but they were calling it a gay wedding. So let's just show you some footage from the wedding itself. Okay, so when we did that story a month ago, 7 men had been arrested. Now it turns out that 8 men are going to go to jail for 3 years with an additional 3 years of probation. Technically, homosexuality is not illegal in Egypt, but they're convicted on charges of debauchery. So it basically is illegal. You know, we were just talking about this with women in that part of the world. But where is the outrage on this? This story came out about 5 days ago. When it happened a month ago and that thing was released, I barely heard anything. Now look, what they're doing in Russia with the propaganda law, obviously terrible. We started boycotting Stoli, which is made in Latvia, actually, not even Russia. That got everybody crazed. But look this is far worse, actually. Where's the outrage? Where's the gay community outrage? Let's start with the gays. Where are the gays?
You know, I think this goes back to what I was saying earlier. There's something with the Middle East that people take this very hands-off approach. Like they don't, you know, there's not this trending support behind it like there is in Russia because it's not safe to them. I think that there's this real intrinsic phobia when dealing with the Middle Eastern issues, and people just don't want to get involved.
And also people expect it. They're like, well, it's almost a status quo. Like, oh yeah, it's just the Middle East. You know, of course they're doing stuff like this, and they don't think to try to change it. Maybe we just need to come up with a trendy hashtag. And
Well, it's like, well, I've read comments below, you know, various stories surrounding this, and you know, a lot of people are saying exactly what you said. They're saying, well, what do you expect from a country or from a group of people that beheads people publicly? And it's like, exactly, they expect this whole, you know, trickle down of horrible, inhumane acts.
Right, and actually the lack of nuance there is a lot because they're not beheading people in Egypt yet, at least.
But it's clumped together. It doesn't matter what country it is, people just clump the Middle East and Muslims together.
They're not aware of everything. But you can't just see like, oh, well, since it's to be expected, I don't care about it, or I'm not willing to say anything about it. Like,
right, and also, were we expecting that much better from Putin in Russia? That got us upset? I feel like it has something to do with Putin himself. Like, we're gonna do a story on him in a second, but like, that there's something like, it was like, oh, we can attack this guy, and it's very obvious who the bad guy is. Where here, it's just this like amorphous thing. So the gays need to do more, obviously, but don't we need like some sort of alliance of like atheists and rational people and something sort of more on the
come together. Yeah, this panel needs to come together and take let's leave right now.
It can start with us, but really with gays and scientists and atheists and this rational group, the group that before when we were talking about the election that I said just doesn't really ever show up as a unit, to sort of be talking about these things, because to me these are liberal values that liberals have to stand up for, and it's like this is either framed as like the neocons want to go into the Middle East and change it and make it democratic and they don't want to be, but then the people that want to help these people, the liberals, just don't do shit.
Right. Well, that's why stuff like this is important, you know, just getting the word out there and getting people to be, you know, more active and care. And sometimes, you know, you have to do things like this in forums and get people involved, because honestly, more people who are talking about it, the more power you have to make change.
Exposing it in general, because I mean, I listen to NPR all the time, don't hear anybody talk about it. You know?
So what does that say about the left? I've been doing a lot of stuff on this on my channel lately, about how the left seems to be failing sort of by not defending liberal principle. What does that say? If NPR won't touch this because they're going, oh, it's a lost cause over there. What does that say? I really don't know what the answer is.
I wish I knew too. I feel like I was looking to you for an answer. Really, we're all just looking for answers. Someone give me. I don't know, but I will be creating a hashtag today, and it will be going viral.
What do you think it says about the left?
I mean, honestly, I think it says more about the media and you know the politics behind it than what the left is actually standing for. Because, like, I mean, obviously we're all, you know, we all have like liberal ideals and stuff, and we care. You know, so I think it's just about getting the word out there and whether or not you're able to do that easily.